Well, once again, in this video that's not directed towards anyone, like these noises, like out of the blue, will insert. Oh, what do you want to say to this person? I mean, they just want to constantly keep tying in any reaction, like I stub my toe, anything. Oh, is that what you want to say to this person? What do you want to say to that person? Oh, is this what you want to say? Oh, is that what you want to say to this person? Oh, is this what you want to say? Um, I mean, why even react? Why even react when my unfiltered reaction in my head probably gets regurgitated or something answers and verbalizes that and creates a fucking whatever. Um, why um, uh, like ask like stupid ass fucking stupid questions? Like there's this impression named Danny Z, who's constantly um, just constantly throwing his fucking that name across my fucking head just sporadically throughout the just all the time, and then saying, "Oh no, it really meant this person. Oh, it really meant that person, or it really meant or whatever." And I don't I'm tired of these fucking impressions saying my fucking talking to me as if I'm someone else, calling me out of my name, and then expecting me to make a decision or waiting for me to imagine their fucking face. And when I can't hear, a different impression is reflecting off the image I just thought of some piece of shit. And and then they claim that that piece of shit is Sammy Velez or something. Like they're saying Sammy or whatever, or they'll say another trick word and I'll hear a different version of my name. So they're like Sammy V, Sam, Sammy, Sammy Velez, Samuel, Sambo, all these different combinations. And um, like getting me to fucking react to these names that seem like they coincide with my name. So my consciousness lights up like that's me. And another impression, like supposedly has all these different names that really mean that person. So like it's like they're like metaphorically sandwiching me, pressuring me, forcing me to react so that they can get a reaction out. Like basically anything I say or react to while I'm being tortured, they don't give a fuck. Anything that matters probably like doesn't hear it, or uh, if there is something that hears that shit, all they probably hear is a bunch of scrambled, edited um, fucking grammar in some other fucking noise world or something. And boy, it, it's just a trip. Like they just keep trying to get all these little confirmations and shit. They keep trying to confirm that I'm constantly talking to some motherfuckers, and all they seem to do is like just distract, or like whatever my argument is, and they call me out of my name or some other name, and I don't react. I'm just like, I just want to. I'm like, fuck these motherfuckers. And then they're like, oh well, he didn't react, so that proves that. And then they like want to prove that they're the awareness of this body. They like try to prove that um uh uh I mean they just like they keep saying their name. I'm almost certain they keep saying their name, and then I hear mine, and they pretend like they're acknowledging what I just heard as if it was them or some dumb shit because they constantly swallow for me, swallow for me. No. Anything I'm about to do, if I'm about to swallow, oh, like they know I'm about to swallow. Oh, no, swallow. I mean, it just gets on my fucking nerves because this fucking dickhead delusion of grandeur, fucking narcissist, just, just, I guess that's how they are. They're like fucking pieces of shit, and it just, uh, it just irritates the fuck out of me. It irritates the fuck out of me that there's this momentum that seems to keep going while I'm not even aware, and it makes me just like trip out because you want to defend yourself, and then you want to defend yourself against what other agreements and contracts something's mimicking through you. It makes you want to defend yourself or wonder what the fuck other shit can be going on while you're not like aware. And it's just it's a fucking trip. Um, like the sandwich, you know, um, comparing me to another person. I mean, I'm 47 years old. It's the year is 2020, and I just up until like I was 43, 44 years old, out of the blue, all of a sudden, anything I say or think or whatever, like reflects or has an impact on some piece of shit named fucking Danny Z, like an asshole that I don't like, a bully. I don't know how in the fuck this dynamic seems to be coming about, seems to be a issue. Like it, like what? I gotta watch what the fuck I say because if I say I'm having a bad day, I'm irritated and I'm fucking pissed off, and maybe I want to commit suicide. This other piece of shit, a different impression is like, oh well, because he said that. Well, the flip side of the coin is that that's not happening here with me, or and it'll make it sound like this piece of shit has something to do with me. Like we're like 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 he entwined, like he's suggesting my fate is entwined, and then like um, fucking suggest like some other fucking shit, and I didn't answer it back, but this fuckhead's like, well, you know that we made an agreement, you know, you did something and I did it, and then we did it, some shit, and I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker, but constantly, why does he want to have his name reflected off of me or a different name, and then his piece of shit ass want to go by my name, like wanting to go by like my fucking uh, personality or like just who I am. Why in the fuck would this? I don't understand why this motherfucker would want to fucking metaphorically wear my essence over his fucking face and fucking torture or just be a fucking dickhead to me as if I was him. As if, I mean, just imagining that a piece of shit wearing a mask or like a little fucking facial thing of your face over his, assuming that they their assholeness is hiding behind it and wrongfully, premeditatedly, like attacking me. And when I cry or yell, oh, we thought you were Danny, we thought you were this other, and I'll hear that name, and then supposedly they really meant, oh well, we didn't think that you were Sam or just dumbass shit. I don't need to fucking keep track of this fucking bullshit. It's none of my fucking. I shouldn't even be going through this shit. Let alone have this expectation of being involved in talking and collab with fucking bullshit. I I don't understand. And anyways, I don't even know if making these videos even fucking matters or helps. Um, like right now, while I'm talking and making this video, um, I don't know what they do in virtual settings or however they fucking do it. How, like right now while I'm talking, like my chest and my body feels like it's burning, like vibrating, like just like a fucked up feeling just is kind of like trying to radiate through me. Like, and I like to sing and I like to to cheer myself up. And every time I do that, they do this shit to me. When like after like I'll sing or like make a melody or just cheer myself up or snap myself out of something, they they do this shit. They do this shit and fucking fuck with my stomach. And then if I sang something cool that sounded cool, they'll. It seems like they replay it and pretend to be me to fucking lick balls to some other impression, convincing it that they're this body, that they're, uh, I guess, and it'll be like as if another version of me sang, got through singing or something, and then at the same time, like I had just got through singing, and now I'm feeling this weird sensation, like a little bit of knots or some irritation in my stomach, and uh, they'll act as if they're the ones that sang or and did something or whatever, and then they'll project this illusion of, well, why is he nervous? And they'll say the wrong name. They'll say another name instead of mine. They'll say, well, why is Danny nervous? Or why is he nervous? This guy nervous? And in my mind, I'm like, my name ain't Danny. My name's Samuel. What the fuck? Why is that person nervous or something? But no, I think they're talking about me as if they have some fucking glued fucking hologram of a dickhead's fucking face or energetic signature here in front of me. and it's crazy because if they're trying to imply that they want something to know, that if they're trying to imply that something knows that someone's nervous or whatever, but really they're like microwaving or attacking my stomach. If something can tell that I'm nervous and it happens to be, I'm assuming one of these, it's probably an impression that is getting his balls licked by this other impression pretending to be me, um, as if I'm an intruder in my own body. So whatever it is that's pretending to be my consciousness and muting all my cries and everything or whatever, or no, maybe they use my cries and then they probably get some sort of reaction, and who knows what they do with it. They probably exploit something and ask for fucking favors and special treatment or some dumb shit, because that's what they keep implying. This fucking impression named Danny um, suggested that, oh, it doesn't matter what you do, whether you call yourself this, whether you try to address yourself like this or defend yourself, uh, each whatever it is, it's still, they still think that this other person is you, or that no matter what you, or some dumb shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so, I mean, why would someone want to try so hard to convince something that my eye movement's going like this? You know, why would a noise out of nowhere like, okay, to prove that I'm and he's probably claiming to be a different name. He's probably this guy. I mean, if he's claiming to, if he's someone other than Samuel Velez, he's probably a fucking dickhead that looks nothing like like me. But in the noise world, however they fucking project this shit, like he wants to like claim that he's like, oh, I'm doing this or I'm about to do that, and like if I don't fucking exist, but to top it off though, when it acts like it's me, um, and wants to claim that it's pretend it seems to imply that it's it's playing something to the hilt, that it's trying to prove that that impression is me so hard to where um it I don't know what kind of like rapport it has with the other ball while it's licking balls with some other impression, but it must have developed some rapport with another ball, another impression to um, attempt or to just like um, constantly um, try to prove that everything I'm doing or whatever, that it's that impression that blocks me out, and then when it supposedly proves or tricks something into thinking that that impression is the consciousness that 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 fucking drives this body, that it's this awareness, it 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 it, it sucks more balls with something else and tries to imply that this other impression, which I guess would be me trying to defend himself, but that shit's all blocked. All these little, like right now, like as I'm talking, there's probably a bunch of fucking dumb shit. There's something probably asking a question, and I'm they don't something don't even hear anything that I'm saying. But if I make a movement with my mouth or something, if they pre-program some dumb shit through here that I can't hear, they're just making confirmations and stuff. And so while something acts like it's me within my body, it requests to have the intruder hurt or hit with something within my same fucking body. So while sometimes I catch an impression um, constant, and this is the fucked up part, I don't hear this shit all day. So if this fucking impression is doing this all day, okay, I'm gonna do like constantly like hey buddy, I'm gonna tell you everything that I'm doing next to prove that it's me, okay, or whatever. Who the fuck knows? So whenever time I chime in or react to defend myself here and there, um, with reacting to this other person's name, his image pops up, and that impression that claims to be whatever the fuck shit that I'm doing throughout the day, it says that it's him. So if they're saying Sammy and I hear a Danny, I'm like, man, fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck. Supposedly addressing me as a Danny. So I think of his fucking face. Fuck face, whoever the fuck, if he is Danny, uh, if he's like right there, like viewing my thoughts also, he's viewing my thoughts as if he's this consciousness and saying to something, yeah, I just thought of myself. That's me right there. That's me. I just thought of myself. I'm like, what the fuck? So this motherfucker is on one part pretending to like try to be pretending to be me blocking out my mouth or whatever, anything. It's like edited. and wanting to dictate what I'm doing, like if it's me, because, well, fuck it. I guess it needs material. I guess like whenever I sing or, I mean, while they're attacking me, I'm analyzing shit, trying to figure shit out. How convenient. That piece of shit is all up in my thoughts and my processes. He's regurgitating it, I suppose. Which gives that fucker credence. Suppose, I mean, I guess within the framework of how the fuck criteria is seems to be in this noise world for their sort of confirmation or whatever to fucking solidify shit. I don't know. So this motherfucker, I mean, that seems to be the the attempted projected image. And then at the same time, um, through my own thoughts, when I think of that fuck face who may be having my face covering his, or like my essence or whatever in front of him, like a wolf inside of a sheep or something. He, I know I keep repeating this. I think of his fucking face, and I never thought anything of it. They've been doing this for years, so who knows what they fucking established based on that. I'm like barely like catching little bits and pieces. So for me to react, hear someone's name, and then I picture their face, and the same fuck face manipulating shit in here, wanting to say that that's him, which means that um, I don't know. Ain't that a trip? That is a trip because it's almost as if it's trying to trick something or my spirit or something somehow into feeling me. If it's connected to me, it this other fuckface relies on something feeling what I feel, my pain, or I'm crying, whether I'm mad or in a rage. He depends on something feeling this. And then I don't hear anything. But I'm assuming now in the background, it's collaborating, saying, oh yeah, that was me crying, oh yeah. Yeah, and if I close my eyes, oh, I'm about to close my eyes to prove that it's, or I'm about to open my, just little movements and shit. So I'm assuming that there is something that feels my emotions and that there's something that feels and knows when I'm doing bodily movements. But I don't know how this other impression can um, uh, claim to like be me somehow in here, and then get the same thing to believe that he that impression is Sammy, even though it's some asshole, because I know his face. He doesn't look like me. So for that, assuming that impression is trying to be me and dictating and tricking something into thinking that any movement I make is dictated by that impression. And but yet when I think of that fucker's face, I guess while looking through my thoughts, trying to say that these are his thoughts, he's like, those are, I know, I just thought of myself. So if he said Sammy and I hear Danny and I get pissed off or whatever, that means somehow, in some way, he wants to be validated as Sammy Velez, and presumably he's another person, but wants to be like remotely or like virtually or something spliced into my consciousness and piggyback off my emotions and the substance to get that credence, but somehow like as if he wants to transfer all that over through his through his self. It's weird how like his self can be somewhere downtown, down the street, and if his impression, or if they do that fucking shit in their monitor, and they're in here and they know your thoughts and read your mind and smell your farts, um, that's a trip for a part of him to be wanting to resonate in here somehow, piggyback off my emotions to get credibility, and then claim to be Samuel or some dumb shit by me looking at his fucking face in my mind and him saying, "Oh yeah, that's me. That's me thinking about myself," or some shit. When I was prompted and taunted by that name and thought of it, for for that impression to resonate in here, dictate something, get some kind of credibility, but yet offshoots. And I wonder if whatever resonates where he's at somehow. It's trippy. It's a fucking trip, and it hurts my head just thinking about it. And every time I rant and rave, I I I expect this shit fucking like like if it had never even started, like if this boggle never even like, because it's ridiculous. From that moment on, every time I snap, every time I like I gather my bearings, and I just want to keep, and I just want to press on from there and forward, and not have anything to fucking, I'm just, and not have my thought or any energy being expended into that, because it's going way out there. And little by little, my social life, the way I view reality, the way I enjoy um, moments with myself alone, um, just to myself, they seem to be kind of like far and distant. Like uh, I don't know, it just like ties up my energy from basking and throbbing in this essence of life. It like drains it. Like my brain cells and the energy that I would expend in enriching and like having a wholesome outlook on life is like kind of like getting distracted and drained, and like defending myself, or the projection, suggestions of feeling hopeless. But for what? And what? And what platform? And what reality? And what is what I wonder? That's another thing. Defending myself. And if defending myself is giving credence to some other fuckface, and then that fuckface um, metaphorically like using, it's almost like if he's in a fucking, it's almost like if he's in a fucking lawn chair under my fucking, under my leaves, if I was a tree. Like if he's on a lawn chair just chilling, enjoying shade and chopping it down at the same time. It's just, it's a trip. Weird, weird images to fucking um, weird images to articulate and express, because that's not what the image is. And I choose not to believe that. I choose not to allow that shit to overtake my my fucking scruples. And I expect this shit to fucking stop yesterday. And because there's no nothing. I don't know. As an intellectual, analytical person, um, attention to certain detail, there's a lot of shit missing for my full attention to come like to feel like it's even worth um, putting my energy into something, just reacting, and then something expecting that I've been fucking, what, I don't know, like lollygagging with it all day, every day, or some shit. I don't know. It just makes you not want to miss a moment to defend yourself or something. Or, anyways, um, I guess I'll stop this video right now because I just heard another word in the background. They're probably directing what I'm saying to probably to the piece of shit, because that's what he keeps doing. Like throughout the day, I'm getting ready to talk to someone or say hi to someone, and like, oh, what do you want to say today? Like if I like I'm talking to someone, a flesh person, a human being, just a little, a little pebble pops in. What do you want to say to this? Like they just want to tie anything I say to this impression, to this person, and naturally, well, involuntarily, this brings up the image. And if I can't hear anything else, they keep creating this sort of confirmation that this consciousness, that they're trying to, just make it look like my consciousness, my awareness is theirs. And they like keep like suggesting that the stupid fucking face of someone that I just thought of because of them dropping that fucking name through my head, they want to claim that they're like, that image, that's really either not me or that's, or whatever. It's a trip. It's a fucking trip.